My name is Finn, and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes the day after my 3rd birthday. I'm 16 now, and for over 13 years, I've had to monitor my blood glucose levels. There are many things that can spike my blood sugars, and it's not just food. Lack of sleep, stress, the time of day, medication, and especially if I'm sick with a cold or a virus. Adrenaline spikes, hot weather, and dehydration, or even changes in altitude can impact my blood sugar, and pretty much all of them can cause my blood sugars to go up. When my blood sugar levels go out of range, I begin to feel really sick. I get thirsty, I have blurred vision, I get really bad headaches, and I can't concentrate on tasks. Mum says I can get cranky and short-tempered. But the other problem with high blood sugars is that it regularly takes 3 or 4 hours, or even much longer, to get my levels back in range. And all that time, my blood sugars are out of range or sitting higher than normal. It's causing damage to my body. High glucose levels caused by diabetes can lead to blindness and other diseases, and that's a real fear I live with.
It was the summer of 2011 and 2012, and I knew something was wrong. It was like a switch was flipped in him. I look at one particular image of him and I just see how sick he looked. I thought it was the terrible twos he'd started to go through. He'd be so upset if we didn't let him have his water bottle at night. And then he started needing to go to the toilet a lot. When we got Finn's type 1 diabetes diagnosis, we knew nothing about this disease. It was a bit of a daze when he was admitted to hospital, and the medical team took us through 7 days of training. I come from a scientific background, and I was thinking, if they're admitting us and giving us a bed for 7 days to teach us how to manage this disease and how to keep Finn alive and get his blood sugars stabilised, it's got to be serious. Then I remember I had my own switch flipping moment. Every motherly bone kicked in and I was like, nah, not on my watch, diabetes. It's heartbreaking to watch a child manage this disease. It never ends, never. Kids, they grow up living in the moment, and type 1 takes that from them. It's there every second. It's an invisible disease, and the health complications are also invisible to start with. You're only aware when the damage is done. The long-term health impacts are devastating. The risks are high, and especially the fear of vision loss. It's terrifying. But we're grateful to Chandra and the Lions Eye Institute for everything they've done to ensure Finn doesn't lose his vision. Knowing they're listening to our concerns and helping us is a big weight off our shoulders.
I'm Ben, I'm 37 years old, and 4 years ago I went blind due to my diabetes. My vision was getting blurrier and blurrier, and I just assumed that I needed glasses. I never thought I would lose my vision completely. One day I just woke up and everything was black out of my left eye, and I started losing vision in my right eye as well. All my dreams and inspirations were shattered. I lost my independence. I love going to the football with my dad and watching the games, but I can't watch the games anymore. Working is impossible for me now. I'm a qualified bricklayer. I can't do that anymore. Even going to the shops, doing my grocery shopping is difficult, not being able to see. Hearing about the new screening program for children with diabetes at Lions Eye Institute is amazing. I only wish that had been available when I was younger. It might have been able to save my vision.
The Perron Paediatric Retinopathy initiative at the Lions Eye Institute commenced in 2021. It's a world first and a game changer for managing diabetes-related vision loss in children here in Western Australia. It is helping to ensure that no child goes blind in WA due to diabetes. I would say that in 2019, probably only 1 in 20 children in WA were receiving screening for diabetic retinopathy. Now, by partnering with Perth Children's Hospital and Diabetes WA, all children diagnosed with diabetes are referred to our diabetic screening clinic here at the Lions Eye Institute. We've screened hundreds of children so far. Alongside the screening service, we develop treatment and management plans for patients at the very first signs of vision loss, as well as researching new ways to detect diabetic retinopathy much earlier.
As chair of Telethon and father of Will, who was diagnosed nearly 20 years ago with type 1 diabetes as an 8-year-old, I'm thrilled that Telethon and the Stan Perron Charitable Foundation are supporting the Lions Eye Institute and its researchers with the incredibly important work to ensure that our kids in West Australia, like Finn, don't get the complications arising from type 1 diabetes, like blindness and indeed other diseases. That research will change the lives of our kids in West Australia for the better and indeed across Australia and globally. So your support for the Lions Eye Institute and the researchers is incredibly important, and it's personal and it's something that I really believe in. Thank you.
Knowing kids like Finn won't have to go through what I went through fills me with joy and hope for the future. I'm so glad that no child will go blind in WA due to diabetes like I did. Research is critical for this to continue.
The research we are doing is vital. Our team has made significant contributions to science, helping us understand how blood vessels in the eye respond to diabetes. This knowledge is shaping new treatments that could prevent blindness.
I'm about to start my final year of school and I hope to study psychology at university. I'd like to travel to every country in the world and live in New York City one day. My dream is to help people like me living with diabetes, and I really hope scientists will find a cure. Thanks to the Lions Eye Institute, the Stan Perron Charitable Foundation, Telethon, and all those that support this research, I live with hope and look forward to the future. I know that my dreams of travelling the world and becoming a psychologist remain a possibility. I really hope one day I can help make a difference too, and give back like the amazing community of people that have helped me.